Hi, I'm Merrick Tomato.
And I'm back, and I'm a psychomaniac.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers.
Yes, the show that hides in a little basket and gets carried around everywhere you go.
Yeah, we're doing Basket Case 2 today.
Yep.
I've never seen this one.
I haven't either. I have no idea what the fuck to expect.
I know it's from 1990.
Yep.
And that Dwayne is somehow not dead.
Yeah,
And
I cared not at all about any other movie aside from the first one.
And his basket-bound mutant... Dwayne and his basket-bound mutant brother are taken in by a secret home for wayward freaks with journalists hot on their tail.
The fuck?
So I guess they're joining the X-Men?
Oh, Lord in Christ.
Or do you think they'd be more, what do you call Morlocks?
I'm assuming Morlocks are gonna have.
Also, 8 years. It's 8 years after the first one.
Either that or like that movie that was comprised of all circus freaks.
Freaks. Yeah, that was actually a really good film.
Well, I haven't actually seen it. I've just seen like lists comprised of weird movies.
You can tell we're not exactly enthused for this.
I give no fucks about any other movie aside from the first one, and I barely cared about that one.
It was boring.
I just knew what to expect with that one because I've seen like so many reviews of it and clips and shit. So
let's watch it.
Hopefully this one's better.
Let's watch the sequel it has for no adequately explained reason. This is Basket Case 2.
I'm not expecting anything much.
Dark in here, so I'm gonna have to use a flash. It's gonna be a big burst of light. But don't let it upset you. Just relax, sit back, and say cheese.
Remember the Times Square freak twins?
Yeah. They're born Siamese twins. And they get cut apart, kill some doctors, and vanish from the hospital.
Delia? Dwayne!
They'll come looking for us and find all of them.
Exactly.
I can't let that happen.
Well, I found them.
So what will you do?
Whatever I have to.
No.
Basket Case 2.
That's no way for a reporter to behave. He wants to grant you an interview. A personal interview. His very first.
He's all excited.
This time, he's not alone.
I feel actually physically ill after watching this movie.
This movie was a fucking puke stain.
It was disgusting.
This movie was just like, oh, hey, let's remember the normal kind of premise of the first one where it's like a Siamese twin and like he ends up getting separated from his brother involuntarily and then like he just goes around killing the doctors that did it to him because he didn't want to get separated. Yeah, let's just turn that into a fucking cartoon and just like add a bunch of horrible ass like CGI and like garbage ass like side characters that look like fucking like weird like malformations of like Spy Kids extras. Fuck this. This is nasty, man. This is fucking gross.
It starts out directly after the first one with some news stuff, and Dwayne ends up.
It shows straight up the end of the first one.
Yep.
Like just right.
It shows a lot of the first one.
It shows a fuck ton of it. It really does.
Then Dwayne's in hospital.
Yeah, and like on the news it's showing like, oh yeah, he fell off or was pushed off of a building, and there was a weird little creature that was like deformed.
And then there's this old woman who's like, "It's him. We must find him. It is the
it's
prophecy.
Him, the Highlander.
It is the prophecy."
But there can only be two.
Two become one.
Two heads facing each other, but they're one. It's more appropriate than you think.
Yeah. So
We
he escapes from the hospital.
Shit, man.
Gets picked up by the old woman.
Yeah, we see the new version of Belial, which is just like he has like just longer arms
And a bit mismatched and a better looking face.
Yeah, and like they don't even just like, oh, hey, this is what Belial looks like now. Like, no, they actually show old Belial in the flashbacks, like straight up in the beginning and like in the middle of it. They show old Belial with like the bad CG from the bad costume from the first one, like the bad prop and everything.
He has a better effect though.
In this one, yeah, I'd say so. But like, he's also way more like, just like he just looks sickening to look at, really. Like, especially like the way they did the rubbery flesh and everything.
Yeah.
And, like the way that like people are touching on him and stuff. Like it's gross. But like it does look better. It serves the
looks
purpose
moister
a bit more. Yeah. And like I think that's what really drives it home. The fucking gruesome like putrid sweaty muck.
He's greasy.
Yeah, he's all whaley and shit. It's nasty. It's a really sickening.
So he gets taken to a home for freaks.
Yeah. Oh, the picture on the front, like the beginning of this, will actually look pretty good. Like that one looked fine.
Yeah, the concept art.
It looked like concept art, which it probably was, honestly. But that looked okay. But he ends up going to hospital, breaking out of there.
In the most conspicuous way possible.
The fucking most conspicuous way ever. He's got like a fucking cast on his leg, and he's like hobbling out with bandages
face is
on
bandaged.
his face.
He has a big overcoat on. He looks like a homeless guy from Street Trash or something.
Yeah, and he's just like pushing along like a janitor's cart.
Yeah.
And he's got Belial, of course, in it, and like he's just like pushing it out of there, and like he's trying to look inconspicuous to a sleeping guard who's like right in the front.
The only person who he could seem inconspicuous to.
Yeah, and he's trying so hard to look inconspicuous to this sleeping guard.
That's very conspicuous.
Yep. And the second he gets out, the old lady and the girl end up hitting him up in a van. And they're like, "Yo, Belial, Dwayne, get in. We can help you." So of course he gets in, and they drive him to this weird house of freaks.
Yep, and
he meets the Freakhead crew along with Moonhead.
There's so many strange creations here that you almost forget Belial's in the movie.
Yeah, like honestly, you could take any one of these ones and just make the movie based around
There's
that.
one with a giant mouth which sings opera, and Gio is pretty much done with the movie.
Yeah. I don't think he shows up at any other point.
No, he's just there.
He's just right there.
He's there. He's like, oh, Maria. Well, when you baby kitten, come on.
Oh my god, this is bad. This is a bad time all around. There's one with like really weird like fan-like teeth that just go down his head.
There's a frog. There's a frogman.
There's a frog boy. There's a weird girl with like a hammerhead shaped fucking like a T-shaped head.
There's one that has like
she
this
looks
weird
like a girl
mushroom,
from like Real Monsters.
One mushroom head.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of weird ones, man. My favorite's Moonhead. I fucking
the one with
love
all the
Moonhead,
noses because he's the most normal physically.
Some would say he's quite nosy.
He has normal arms and shit.
Yeah, he's the most normal. He honestly is. In comparison to the rest of these fuckers, he's the most normal. And
there's also her granddaughter.
Yeah.
There's also
she's
Eve.
Kind of normal also.
There's also Eve, which surface. They're trying to hide it, but it's not a surprise at all, is a female Belial.
Yeah, she's kind of the same, except she has legs.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody out at home knows that those legs end up spreading by the end of this.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we have to see
bad times. It's bad times, man. This is fucking awful.
Yeah.
My god, I almost fucking hucked up a loogie, man, just fucking watching this shit. Christ. So the whole premise of this is basically like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to hide Dwayne in this house, and like try to keep him away from journalists and stuff like that because like he's in hiding.
But a journalist is hunting him.
Yep. Like an entire news desk is hunting him. Like we've got Dr. Pretorius from Beyond.
Yep, he is the editor.
Yeah.
Same actor.
Yeah, and he's basically like, he's like, oh, we need pictures of Belial.
Got me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah. And
Pictures of Belial and Spider-Man.
Yeah, he ends up sending, don't know her first name, but Miss Elliot.
Yeah.
She's she's the main reporter basically. He ends up sending her to go look out for him and like check in different places. One of the main ones being the fucking freak house.
Granny, what's her name, was a friend of
his aunt.
Of Belial's aunt.
Yeah. And she basically just like being investigated by this news bureau because like everybody knows she was taking care of a bunch of freaks. So like, of course, the first place that he'd go to when he broke out of fucking the hospital.
Out of Sing Sing.
Yeah. First place he goes to when he breaks out is this fucking weird ass house with a bunch of other freaks there because of course he would go there, right?
Right.
And like it couldn't have been more obvious. Like maybe
they kill
85% of this movie we called.
She brings Belial to a guy who has fake freaks to kill him.
Yeah, he's running like some shitty sideshow with like a bunch of like fake props and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they're well made.
Yeah, but like they're obviously fake.
So is everything else in this movie.
True, except for maybe like the few times that we actually see an actor's head in...
Yeah, I don't like those scenes.
And they look creepy. Those are probably the scariest, like... They were unsettling. It was unsettling to see, like, Belial laughing. Yeah. Like, that was fucking terrifying. I was like, okay, that's seriously freaked out. I don't want to look at that anymore.
There's a lot in this movie you don't want to look at anymore.
Bad times. Bad times all around.
It's, The reporter finds the building.
Yep.
And it's like, I want to talk, like, no, there's not a such person here, goodbye, and then fucking genius Dwayne just walks through the door with a basket.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit. Hi, Michael! Michael, how you doing?
He's like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just wanted to come in here and, groceries. Groceries. Yeah, that's what I came in here for.
She didn't see me, did she?
She didn't recognize me, huh? Tell me she didn't recognize me. Please, because if she recognized me, that's bad, because then she recognized me. He's like repeating, did she recognize me 7 million fucking times? It's so goddamn annoying.
He's a bad actor.
God, this whole fucking, everybody's just awful in this. Like, holy shit, this movie should not have been fucking made.
This movie needs to be massacred by a pack of Wolverines.
Seriously, man, this movie just should have been, like, this movie was shit out entirely. Like, somebody ate the script of the first one and shit it out. And then, like, fucking dumped it in, like, the acid from Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, the dip.
Yeah, they just shoved it in the dip. Made it into a fucking cartoon.
What's his name there? The reporter, she enlists the help of the cameraman from Dead Rising. And then he suggests that it might be like aliens or a cult of Belial worshippers or something.
Which is actually pretty fucking... That would be a better concept for this movie than what we actually got.
So he's
oh, man.
He's her photographer on this. He's her Peter Parker.
Yeah, and
he
like
goes
reading
in
a book that was written by the old lady.
He goes in and gets ripped apart. Does he get killed by Belial or just someone? Because the old woman puts on a white cult robe.
No, he ends up going in after.
But the white woman gives a big... the granny gives a big speech
to
the freaks about how we will prepare for war and we will defend the sacred ground. And yada, yada.
Yeah, right after that scene of like her giving the whole battle cry speech, we end up getting that guy already basically going in with his camera, taking a bunch of fucking pictures, and then going up to the attic and getting killed by all the freaks.
Mainly Belial.
Mainly Belial, but like all the freaks are there to watch basically and help out. So, And somehow, like, his flash is going off because it needs to be artistic and stuff.
Yeah,
it might as well have been, like,
shot.
might as well have been fucking Wally West running up there and just fucking, like, grabbing the camera off him and be like, I'll take it from here. I'm like, oh, sure, I'll take your pictures. And then just, like, flash. While he's dying. It's bad, man. This whole movie was fucking made awful. The movie was made terribly. But, after that we end up getting, like, just... stupid shit where, like, Dwayne is, like, breaking into what's her name's
but first we have the
Ellis's house,
the report, not the editor, who's like, hey, let's make a deal. See, you're normal, see, and we're gonna be at this tavern, see, and
you go to Lucky's bar, basically.
Yeah. And you can have a normal life away from these freaks, see? And it's like, oh, freak? We're not normal. In this place of freaks, I'm the freak. Yeah. They're normal, so we're gonna kill you now, I guess.
Yeah. And while they're having this conversation, he doesn't notice the guy in the next booth, like, head is just, like, fucking all bulbous.
Yeah, they're wearing
weird.
They're wearing Ninja Turtles trench coats.
Yeah, and like weird fucking masks.
And masks that in no way hide that they are the Moonsters.
Yeah, but like even just looking at the back of the
I found a name for Moon Guy. It's the Moonster.
The Moonster. They're the Moon Stars. This movie would have been so much better if it would have just been the fucking Monstars. And they're like, come with us, Belial, we'll turn you into a basketball star. And it's just Air Bud.
But with Belial?
Yes.
No, if he becomes a pro wrestler and has a monkey as his
Yes. And as we all know, there's no stronger tag team than family.
What?
That's the tagline of WrestleMania.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
It's the tagline of Wrestle Madness. Anyways. So, like,
the tagline was Thunder, Thundercats, go.
Yeah. We got a bunch of, like, just dumb fight scenes after that where it's, like, basically Belial and Dr. Pretorius wrestling in the back room.
The others don't really have a whole lot to contribute.
Yeah. And, like, they're just... No, it's basically just Belial and him locked in a freezer fighting.
Dun 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 dun.
Honestly, that fight scene in fucking Star Trek was a better fight scene than this. Because, like, he just ends up getting his head shoved into the fucking glass and then, like, spitting up a bunch of blood. And I'm like, he's dead. The second he got into a fight with Belial, I'm like, he's fucking dead. I'm like, I'm calling it. Even if he doesn't die, I already wrote it. I'm like, it's done. Like, he's fucking dead. He's out of here.
Dun, 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 dun,
he's too good of an actor to be in the rest of this movie. So, like, he ends up getting killed, and then all the freaks get back in the van and go back to the fucking house.
And then they eventually kill the main reporter.
Yeah, well, not really kill. It's not even hinted that she dies. It's like she ends up like getting her house broken into, and Dwayne's like, "Oh, hi there, Miss Elliot. Guess what? Belial wants an interview with you. You wanna see him face to face so that he can rip it off, in person." And she's like, "No, you're fucking weird." So she goes and runs and grabs.
She's not wrong.
And then he
and all the freaks get in.
Yeah, and his eyes shoot to like this basket in the corner of the room, and he's like, he does like the tag.
What's in the basket?
He's like, "Hey, what's in the basket?" So like then she goes and like opens the fucking thing up, and Belial jumps out of it, and then you're assuming like, oh, okay, she's just gonna die. No, she gets her fucking face twisted into like a fucking bugle.
Yep, one like the corner of her mouth
upwards,
and it's just what?
And it's just oh god,
we needed
we
needed a minute at this point.
Yeah, I was like, no, you need to fucking stop it.
And then they're all partying and they're eating hot dogs and they're eating hot dogs and stuff and they're having a good time.
Stupidity, pure fucking idiotic stupidity, like fully automatic Malachias. This is fucking nonsense. Garbage trash. Fuck this.
Indeed, it is garbage trash.
Then after that, we get like a big party.
Yeah, they're eating the hot dogs.
Yeah, it's just a freak party, and like Belial and Eve are talking with each other, and then we shoot over to Dwayne talking with what's her name.
Yeah.
And they end up making out also.
And through the movie, he's like, come away with me, we're both normal. She's, no, I'm not normal, I'm a freak, like them. He's like,
hey, look, you want to know how much of a fucking freak I am? I'll show you right now. And then she just, like, opens up her shirt.
Well, when they're making out.
Yeah, she just opens up her shirt, and a fucking graboid pops out of it.
But the problem is, this happens after we see the most nightmarish thing in the movie, which is Belial and Eve first making out, and then
just full on fucking
just pounding it.
It's just freak fucking.
Just pounding and the moaning and everything. It's like, and then it cuts back to these two, like, finally, a break from that. Then a fucking gremlin, like, one of the deadly spawn pops out of her vagina. Like, no!
It doesn't pop out of her vagina.
Well, no, but
it pops like right out,
out of her stomach,
out of her stomach. Yeah.
But this is like, okay,
she's got like a little like mouth, and she's like, "I've been pregnant for 6 years," and I'm just like, "What? What?" And then she's like, "Hey, look, he doesn't want to leave," and he just pops out, and it's a and I literally penned down. When Belial and Eve are having sex, I literally penned down hardcore, grotesque fucking. It is. Oh.
We're gonna do. I'm gonna exercise surprising mercy and restraint. Because normally I'd say, "Ha, fuck you," and put it and make you watch it. No.
I've never fucking seen something more puke-inspiring than this movie.
I am not going to make you watch this scene, guys. Don't worry.
Goddamn, I have enemies in my life, okay? I have so many enemies, and not even them would I show this to. This is a fate worse than fucking death.
And then he throws her out the window.
Yeah, completely by accident though. She's like, Dwayne, calm down. Dwayne, look at me. Dwayne, look at me. Dwayne, look at me.
Throws her out the window.
She just gets pushed.
They send everyone to find him. He grabs Belial's like, if I can't be happy, you can't be fucking happy, and sews him to him, squirting blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And
first hits him with a bat, which I'm like, what? Like, what?
I was kind of hoping he'd beat himself to death.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna hit him with the bat, and then Belial and him were gonna get into a fight, and then Belial kills him too. So that way we don't have to see him in the third movie.
But no, there is a third movie.
I dread that movie. I dread that movie so fucking bad. But also, I welcome it gladly because at least it'll be the.
It just ended with him having sewn him back to himself.
It's going to be the end of a series that should have never been a series.
I do got to say, this ending fucks up the last movie.
This movie fucks up the whole entire last movie.
Because there's something that was a big thing, like when he goes to the last dog, like reattach us. I can't. Well, you can do it yourself. Why is this an issue?
Yeah. Obviously. It shouldn't... reattach us. Reattach your fucking selves. You clearly just did it. Can you do it? No, we're not going to do it for you guys. Oh, okay then. All right. Hey, can you do it yet? No. Oh, all right then. It's cool. Maybe next week. Yeah, maybe next week.
Hey, can you reattach? Can you reattach us? No.
Can you reattach us now?
No, Mr. Superman, no.
Fuck it, we'll do it myself. No, it's on me. I was like, damn, fucking I'll do it myself. Don't put me on, damn, fucking I'll do it myself.
This movie. Don't watch this movie.
This is awful.
This movie is
the worst. This is so goddamn
This movie is
bad.
nightmares.
This is such fucking trash. This is like a fetus you find in the back of the abortion clinic. Bad.
It was. This movie was near the end when all the freaks are just running around the mansion screaming and making funny noises. Geo hit it on the head like, it's a fucking cartoon!
It is! It just turns into a fucking cartoon at the end! It's just fucking all of them, just like, there's one in a wheelchair that's just like, just like fucking screaming and rolling around. Might as well have been like that one that's like got described as like, oh, he's eager to help people, and like he's the first to calm people down when they need help. Yeah. And then he's like, ugh! And like he's just like running up the stairs and just flopping his arms around like a fucking dumb shit. And like,
well, because this is after someone's been murdered. One of them's been murdered.
Yeah, after girl gets thrown out the window. But, like, it's still, like, no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, they just told all of these extras, run around the house for 10 minutes!
No, it's...
And we'll sit here recording.
Well, actually, it's the, this is actually the first shot filmed in the movie. Because they got everyone in makeup. It's like, cool, let's read the script. And then the script... I'm like, ah!
All of their scripts were just like blah blah blah.
No. They read the script, like they signed on to like a mystery script, and then they read it. I was like, oh dear God, can I get out of this? No, you're on contract. Ah!
I wanted the house to be on fire and just running around like fucking freaks.
I wanted them to put in the Benny Hill theme.
Yep. I wish like Rules of Nature were playing when they're running around the house. That'd be really good.
I wish. Oh, Alice Cooper's I want a sideshow.
Him whipping around dolls was pretty cool. He was looking for the bat.
Yeah.
That was probably like the best moment of acting.
And the dolls blinking when he swooped the blood on them.
Yeah, that was like his Oscar moment right there. Just whipping the fucking babies around.
This is the closest he would ever get to an Oscar.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Probably the closest to actually having a normal fucking baby at this point. Like, Lord fuck. This was a bad time, man. Like, I pray to baby Jesus I never have to watch this movie ever again. Because this was a shit time.
So, next time, we're going to be handling an anthology series.
Wait. We gotta read it. We gotta read it.
Okay.
Do you want to rate this right now? Because we gotta rate this.
I rate it 2 needed brain bleaching procedures.
I rate this just like a deformity and like just degenerative cell disease out of just something that shouldn't have never have been a series. Just like an aborted Siamese like twin just trying to grasp onto what should have been just a standalone film.
Cocotte, what do you rate this movie?
I don't think she cares.
You got
anymore. Nothing. And you guys honestly shouldn't even care anymore.
Don't watch this movie.
Thing. Honestly,
if you really need to watch this movie, I highly advise against it, but fine. Don't come bitching.
It's not worth it.
Don't come bitching to us.
It's really not worth it.
But don't come bitching to us, right?
I was like, okay, how could they possibly do a sequel to the first one?
They can't.
How? It's just gonna turn out bad. They're gonna be grasping at straws, and this one didn't even have straws to grasp.
You know what this movie needed?
What?
Nicolas Cage as Dwayne, and Tommy Wiseau as Belial.
I wish.
Dwayne.
Fucking wish Tommy was. Someone needs to do a dub of just Belial just talking to everybody with lines from the room.
How's your sex life?
Oh, you're just a chicken, Dwayne. Cheep, cheep, cheep. And when he's talking to Eve, he's like, "Hi, babe. I got something for you." And then they're fucking.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, don't be scared of my child, Dwayne. It's just one of my babies that I had sex with somebody and had been pregnant for 6 years. Hey, look, isn't he cute? Like, what the fuck, man?
The planet's Dwayne!
No, that sums it up right there. It's just the graboid shooting out of the girl's cooch, and it's just like, hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my rom-com girl. It's so bad. This movie should have just been fucking like. This movie should have been taken to the fucking clinic and just fucking gotten a big A word and just crushed its tiny little babu skull. Like, seriously, I'm not surprised this was fucking produced by a Baldwin. Like, I'm really not.
It's probably just a coincidence.
I don't give a fuck if it's a coincidence or not. The coincidence can ride in the back seat while Dwayne, the fucking Baldwin, and Belial drive off a fucking cliff.
But all the while, what is love?
Baby,
don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No, Bo. Casey shows up again, though, and she looks like fucking 4 years older than she did from the first fucking movie. What's her name? Miss Boner?
Yeah.
She was fine. Like, she just shows up for the beginning.
She's too good for this movie.
She probably read the script and was like,
hell
you want
no.
me in more of this film? You want me more in this shit show? Fuck that! Fuck that, motherfuckers! Like, I like, you can't pay me enough. And you guys at home can't pay me enough to watch this movie again. Like,
so
seriously.
next time, we have a anthology movie, I think.
No, it's an anthology.
Suggested by Gio.
Yep, and it should be pretty good. I've seen it a couple times, and I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully you guys are also.
So I'll see you all next week, guys.
Yep.
Sorry about how disgusting today's offering was.
Honestly, just like, I'm not going to be able to wash this out. I'm going to need a fucking, like, mind shower after this. I need to fucking, like, rinse my head out with fucking sulfur.
If you watch the movies along with us, I am very sorry.
Yeah, especially for this. Like, we've shown you some shit. This is like the shit of the shit. Like, oh god. Like, Saint Dracula is like just below this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and honestly, like, this movie just blows.
Yeah. It almost made us blow chunks.
I'm gonna fucking
Till next
vomit.
time, guys.
I'm gonna go fucking vomit right now.